Members of Fnatic need to be careful from this front B pop from G2, that Euro flash. It could be so hard to dodge.
I think that's why they're playing off of it, and as soon as it goes off, they know they can try to refill it onto the side. Trent back already through, taking care of Bozer, but the trade is timely. It's perfect. Derka's not able to get it. His hero does. 2 kills on the round for him. But they've managed to get the spike down. G2 in these post-play positions found, again, just down to 19 HP. It's just a tap. It's just a threat. Just enough to try to get him out of position. Do they have a flash? Do they have anything? They all just swing out. They all just face. And they're outnumbered. See that cheeky little vulnerable shock setup. IC's been dropped. Leaf has 2. This is an excellent start out for Fnatic.
Yeah, picks across the board. And off of utility in mid as well. The 1-2 punch, the Yoru walking down. They swing out. Boaster is going to have a tough ask in the backside here. He is alone, but they don't know he's here.
Meanwhile, Fnatic is getting a ton of info. You've got Derka who's pushed down C long. You had the drone come out from Chronicle towards A, and they've got him fully funneled into the middle of the map, and they know that. The paranoia is going to be a little bit wide, but Valorant shots do connect. Now they can flush back C. The thing is, I don't know that they really have a good idea of where Derka is.
I think they might have a notion that somebody could be down C long, and that's why they're planning for CT right now. And this drone, it's going to get good info on where Alphayear is.
Again, Derka is the problem, and the problem has not been solved.
Nasty work from Derka. What a transfer.
That's a scary sight for G2 fans. If he's hitting like that already.
Oh, he commits to the TP backside.
Jonah P fully surrounded in a 1v3. No idea where Derka was.
Here's the 1v1.
Alpha and Leaf on the other side. He's got full health. He's got full armor. But how do you deal with the double tap?
It's too hard. Not at this high of a level. Most of the time, the ISO will win that exchange.
On the other. Oh, it seems like they're going to try to get out onto the side. Not going to lie to you guys. Didn't really see what happened there. But lo and behold, they've managed to get decently far out. You've got the paranoia coming out. The decay as well.
30 seconds
but it's
Derka's in
again.
such a good spot, but Jonah P just decapitates him. Boaster able to respond at least a little bit. Now a 2v2 as the spike goes down. It's leaving Trent on his own. He's got 2 shots, but position's been given away. Knife out. Shots not settled. And again, Trent has to go. No armor. That's not the right weapon in that position. A map that's netted them a ton of success. And the beginning of this could not be any better. Couple of kills traded, 1-for-1 Leaf with a lighter. With lighter weaponry here, just a stinger.
Yes.
But he's the tip of the spear with Jonah P close by. They're going to invest the pit into this. Boaster's just waiting on the other side. But Trent is too. Surely he's been spotted. They've got to know that he's there.
Trent is so far away. Just now going to get in range to use that Hunter's Fury if need be.
So they have full A main control. But the pit is down, and that's going to make this so much more difficult. Leaf's going to fall too. A 2v4 that needs to go the way of G2 for any semblance of hope, and it does not look like that will be the case. What in the world can Trent do? Outnumbered and dead.
But this time maybe Derka is feeling it in his own right, and Leaf.
It's
oh
Leaf
my
again.
gosh.
He's got a Bulldog, light armor. Alphayear again trying to pest him out, but this time the duel goes the way of G2. Now what's the response? Where do they go from here?
It's going to be aggressiveness down C long for Derka. He's going to get some info, but his TP is leaning towards A. So G2 need to be very careful right now because they might be running into the remaining 3 members of Fnatic.
If they commit to this, they're freezing real.
I mean, this Odin could do so much damage against light armor. Dude.
Yeah, 1000%.
You just spray and pray, get a little bit of a collat. Oh, that's why the Killjoy ultimate is invested, but there's still 2 trips to play off of. Chronicle, he's going hunting. He might find the timing.
He's exploring. Valen's there on the other side. He's got to spot him, and he does. The Stinger up close nets him another win. A 5v2, but again, remember, it's lighter weaponry. It's not great. It's a Bulldog and an Odin. Patience out from Hero. A 2v4 would be devastating. It would be backbreaking.
Nah, Derka's going to save this operator, surely.
I mean, he's got plenty of money.
Wait a second.
The newcomer.
Derka's doubling back.
For this Fnatic roster. He's continued to knock on the door. He's continued to unlock the bolts, and he might be able to swing this back in their favor, but heads up awareness from Trent. Now Derka has no choice but to get out. Not in that situation.
Breaks all the trips in Alpha. He's going crazy right now. It's 1-for-1 though.
Leaf again. Able to clean him up and have his number. Trent pop the ult. Not really going to connect out onto anything. They have a little bit of garage control, but the thing is they don't realize that there's somebody right behind them nipping at his heels. It's Derka again getting as much info as he can. Meanwhile, Boaster's trying to do a bit of the same, but Trent anchored in. We'll clean him up. What's the rest of this retake look like for Fnatic? The drone will create a little bit of space. No ultimates on the side of the attack.
No smokes on the side of the defense either, so it's just going to be complete RNG. That's a good start, though, yeah.
That's a big one, but Leaf's timing. He's given his position away. He's only able to find one. It's going to be Chronicle on his own. A tap of the spike into the swing, and Jonah P will best him.
Basically double duelist comp of ISO and Yoru. I mean, that's another free pick, but I think that'll spam this time around, and the 1-2-3 punch.
They're investing so much into denying this A-main control from G2.
A-main, mid.
I mean, every single round. If it's either the Decay Shock or it's the Paranoia with the Vulnerable and then the Hunter's Fury, like, they're dumping so much into this area of the map, and I think that makes the game plan very clear. Fnatic walked in with the intention of denying that space, and so far they've done so.
And this is why I'm so surprised that G2 aren't ready for this. This was a set play that Fnatic had already previously ran like 2 or 3 times. Derka walks down mid. Hero swings off of him. Alpha, of course, he's just going to peek A.
Not shock.
Yeah.
Just a little short.
This is just such a hard post plant to play. There's 3 members flanking long. And still an Omen Paranoia for Boaster. It gets committed. Hero just absolutely decimates Valen. And deleted from the server.
And Trent's left in a 1v4. That first shock will go out. The spam coming through will clean up 2. But there's still so much work to be done. Note Boaster did not get it to half. Now finally done so. The classic just cannot connect. Every single corner seems to be considered for Fnatic. He stuck that. He stuck that right into Hero's lap. He's going to get a second on Valen too.
So risky.
I imagine there was a flash behind it or something. I'm sure we're going to see that on the replay, but I think the story doesn't change. Jonah P has gotten 3 on the round. He's going to have to get 2 more. An ace to potentially just get G2 their 3rd round of the half.
Problem is, Fnatic have the spike in full control. They can see it. It's in their sights, and it's a crossfire in garage. This is impossible.
How in the world does Jonah P do that? He can't. A little too late, and Leaf has been left with so much to do. Meanwhile, Icy trying to get back sight off of the flashes. Leaf dealt with. The sight still up for grabs. Careful. You still have so many members of Fnatic that are playing close by. Icy trying to swing out the Bucky from that distance. Will not connect, but Valen will. How do you deal with Derka, though? Number situation, the pit invested, Trent on the swing, Chronicle dead. And now the pit in play. Can they do anything to get rid of this? He's gonna flip the map, he's gonna get out. Valen's fully TP'd, but finally commits back. Deciding that with Derka dealt with, this is the strong site. Alfier's 20 HP in a 1v3, but they're leaving. They're quietly making an exit.
30 seconds left.
So tense right now. Even with Alpha being at 20 HP, look at the respect that is being given by G2. They understand that he's popping off. They understand that they need this round. They need the 9-3. Oh, that was close.
All 3 members that are up for G2 have taken damage. Some notably worse for wear than others. No, one benefit is that they're all playing together, so Alfier has to very carefully and cautiously check every single corner. And then there's the Viper wall he has to deal with too.
Yeah, and either way he goes right now, he's gonna get swung by Valen.
The tap. Where's the swing? Where's the challenge? Where's the dare? They all want to swing at the exact same time. If they want to try to pull this off. They're going exploring now. Across the middle of the map again. 2 there. Found Alfier again. Gets away with murder.
And now are you ready for the second? You're not.
No. No way.
And Trent just got spammed all the way in heaven. Look at how far. Look at the minimap. Look at where he got spammed at.
Yeah, he's so deep.
What a pistol round from Fnatic.
What a map from Fnatic.
This is why they're undefeated on it.
I mean, I'm hard pressed to identify anything that you can look and go, oh, they probably should have done that better. Where do you go? Where do you look?
I guess Alpha should have won that second ISO ult that he got. That's about it.
How dare that guy not win every single ult?
How dare he?
Unbelievable.
Leaf is in a 1v3 though. And he gets flanked. Derka.
It's leaving a little bit to be desired there. They're going to commit to getting the spike down with no real resistance.
Spike planted.
And Alpha's still in this window area.
Leaf's going to clean him up, but how do you expect the other? I mean, he was surrounded. He thought he could deal with what was happening B main. No real idea of what was happening garage. And now they're not even necessarily concerned with dealing with the spike and covering for it. Look at Chronicle's position. Just so aggressive. A brawly approach. And well, for good reason, it's all gone their way. A turn of the flash. No kill found. A 2v2 now. Icy weak. Valen not much better off.
Alpha's just going to ult the diffuser. This round should be done.
This map is very likely done.
It's done. It's a save from G2. They know they don't have time.
They're going to bait all that out, and yeah, they're going to lose full A main control, but Fnatic wisely accelerating, taking the rest of the map.
They're not even taking the map. They're taking heads. Taking names.
Fnatic up into a 5v3 situation. Boaster again on the prowl, behind enemy lines.
Just feels like there's always somebody behind G2.
There's really nothing that's safe. And again, I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but it feels this way once more. The map feels small. It feels so claustrophobic for G2. And Fnatic are just running circles around G2, a 13-3 stomp. There's nothing to cover it. The only thing that might catch him is if they decide to turn around. Jonah P on the prowl with, again, Trent over his shoulder. Every single target spotted, every single corner checked. Now, finally, gunfire ups as Alfier is the first to fall. Hero's going to join in as Chronicle on the swing, not able to settle, finally does onto Trent, delivers on a second. Jonah P down, and now numbers equal.
That's so insane that we're in a 3v3 right now with how the start of that round went for G2.
The possibility, the ability to capitalize on a moment and to swing things their way. But again, Fnatic on the counterpunch.
Yeah, and Boaster, he's in pocket right now. He has all this space. He's controlling all of U-Haul. The smoke on site to separate. He might go hunting for a play of his own right now.
So it's just tough 50-50 to be in. You can choose to swing in, you can choose to take the fight, or you can tuck inside of it, but be careful, they're gonna check you, they're gonna swing you! Leaf cleans him up, the spike does not get planted. Chronicle's doing his best to frag his way into the round, but time will expire. Yes, another kill comes through for Chronicle, but
giving up the A site, but playing back site. This time around, it's heaven, spawn, shower.
That doesn't feel good. That does not feel good. Heroes down, Boaster. Surely not along for this world much longer. 6 HP. Somehow gets away and buys some time. It's upgraded to weapon 2 as a bulldog in hand.
Yeah, the members are low right now on G2. Look at Valen, 20 HP. Chronicle's going for the late flank.
What a bloody mess this would be. But that's a bulldog down. Flash on the other side as they try to push through the wall. Jonah P on the snap to Alfier, but Derka on the exchange.
It's a stick.
Icy's gotten it to half. He's the last one left standing in a 1v2. With the outlaw in hand, has found his one. But Derka on the other side with a Bucky again. There's just not a lot of time on this. Derka can swing, but he's gonna hold it. Oh my goodness. We'll see if Hero can do anything about it. The Prowler to attempt to pave the way, instantly cleared out. There's Alpha's Thrash. Now they can go forward. Now they can commit.
Really good molly to delay, but Chronicle spams Trent in the process. And he's just gonna clean up house.
He's gotten 3 on the round already. The spike down, the Thrash back up online, and Icy and Valen left to answer a miserable question. Do you try to go for this?
It's 4v2.
Do you save?
Oh, this was bad last time around for Fnatic, but Chronicle, he's taking things into his own hands. He has 4 to the round, and Derka will clean it up. And they're picking the right site right now. Just now, the rotation made it in from Trent. But it's so hard to hold against this double initiator comp.
Dude, the C's nade was nice. Derka knew exactly where he was going to be. They popped the ult. He's going to find another. Trent falls. Icy's going to try to exchange with his own. Waiting for the right time to strike. Pulls the trigger. Does connect onto Derka. Just a sliver of health to his name. Now disposed of. Nade's going to separate things for just a moment. Again, keep a close eye on Icy's position. Valen, no smokes. He's got the molly, and he's caught with utility out. Terrible timing. Can Icy deliver? For G2 with Boaster on the other side. Yes, he can.
And Fnatic, they're going to run it back. They like what they saw last time around. Derka gets a freebie on the leaf. Not close enough with that judge. And now it's the follow-up. I mean, Jonah P has to give.
Derka with a lot to deal with. And not able to find any of it. Trent's positioning was really nice. Jonah P on the swing. This feels a lot more brawly. This feels notably more bellicose. But again, advantage Fnatic. A deep hit now that they're going to attempt to counter, but Valorant will crumble under the weight of the moment, under the dominance of Fnatic. Not fully convinced that they like what they see. Additionally, they've left Chronicle.
Oh, barrel scene. Jonah P takes out Boaster.
That's a punish. How much more can they find? Leaf with 2, make that 3. A great response. How Chronicle was planted over A is left alone.
It was good calling from Boaster.
10 seconds
He was just a little too far ahead. The barrel was seen by Jonah P on site, and that was enough for Leaf to just absolutely mow down everybody jumping out of hookah. That was so close.
Just barely finding the safe space amongst all the lava. Icy tucked in the smoke, the nade, the satchel. He's buying time. He's trying to delay as best as he can. Trent able to get 2. Icy on the swing. Derka there. Satchels exchanged. And it's only 2 on the side of Fnatic now. Holy smokes. He does that, and now he's got the ult. Icy so weak. Derka gets another. A 2v3. This was a 2v5, if I'm not mistaken. If they can convert this, what in the world will be left? Boaster spotting 1. A 1v3 left to convert. Confidence from the captain as he delivers another. Can he find clarity in the calamity? No! Jonah P.
They don't like the silence.
It's deafening. Hero now, position given away. He's been spotted. He's been cleaned up. Cautious now because Boaster's going to be on this late flank. Is there anything to spot him? Is there anything to stop him? Just a bit short of being the hero that Fnatic needed in the previous round, and he might be able to clean it up. Icy choosing wisely to hold onto the rocket for just a bit longer, not connecting. Again, Boaster on the flank, taking his time, patiently prowling his way forward, and playing everything to near perfection. Another kill found. As Derka's going to join in on it, they've got to deal with him. Trent's gotten it to half, but that's all it can be so far. As Valorant's left alone, he's going to get dropped. Fnatic. Trent has to be careful. He's
not playing.
He's going to be the first on the swing. And he just can't stand up to Derka.
Just so unaware. They're aware that Chronicle is here, though. Valen made contact with him, but the timing.
Icy stomping like a Clydesdale around the way as Chronicle gets 2. And now the Cosmic Divide has torn them asunder. Separated, silenced. How do Leaf and Valen get back into this? Look at Alfier's position, it's gorgeous. Posted up on the other side of the wall, all the info he can possibly gather, but Valen.
His barrel was sticking out.
He's gotten it down to a 2v2 to close the half. A tap of the spike, but it's not committed. Leaf just walks into his death. Valen on the tap, no real way to pull this off. He's gotten it down to 1, but again, time is short. He's got to commit to this, but he runs away. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Fnatic hit 8.
Jonah P's gonna get caught here. He's dead, he's done.
He has no idea. A quick tap, assassination style, never knew it hit him.
And look at how slow G2 are to make a decision. They want to take the teleporter.
But they decide in that moment, just briefly, to dig their heels in and turn and fight. And so that equalizes things for at least just a little bit of 3v3. Alfie with 2 HP. Trent not much better off. A stiff win cleans up both. Do they realize how close Hero is? Valen's the first to fall. They're gonna have to attempt to fight for this retake. Boaster now joining the fray. He's healthy too with a ghost in hand. Silence, just a moment of pause as G2 realize this is a desperate need to pull off this pistol, and it's gotten down to 1. Trent is so weak. Boaster left in a 1v1. A catastrophic call to arms for G2.
Will this be the one, Doug?
Boaster's gotten it to half. The spray coming through, 40 HP again, just a tap, just a dare. There's the swing, he spots the heal. He's nipping at it, but again, the timing, the position from Trent is gorgeous. The kill comes through for Boaster, but the round for G2. No safety found. They've got Boaster controlled, they've got him cornered, they've got him cleared, and now there's gonna be a fight through the other side of the TP. What can Leaf do? Is in such a brutal spot with an outlaw in hand. Jonapi is going to join him. The Thrash clearing back out elbow. Don't think that connected. Yeah, Alfie are still in a really good spot. Look at Icy's position. As soon as he gets on the move, there may be something going on here. As Trent trying to keep them back. Derka will fall. And now they push. They're trapped in the telly.
Upgrades across the board. They're going to have to sit in this teleporter for as long as they can. But if you look at the minimap, look at Icy. He's going to flank him.
At least enough to open the door.
And that's an upgrade for the Bulldog.
He can Roomba his way through the TP. That's exactly what he's going to do. The door will open.
Get there in time.
Not able to hit the headbutt. A read called smoke results in a kill on both sides.
Kills like that usually tend to favor the attacking side. Be long space gathered.
That's so nice from Boaster, understanding all of the space that's been taken and realizing that that's their weak spot. Valorant has to be careful here. He's going to try to get across. They hear him. They know he's there, and they're going to try to cut him off. There he is. He's been spotted. He's been dropped.
That's the cue to take B site, though, and they're going to flip. They're not out of this just yet.
A 4v3 the way Fnatic, and again, Alfier's got his Thrash. Such a powerful tool in the retake. The thing is, it's from really far back. G2 showing a lot of respect here.
Yeah. No real value gathered from that Thrash. He might be able to pick it up, though, and Wingman could get on the spike.
The Mosh will buy a little bit of time to deny some of the flood out if that's what their attempt was. Dizzy over the top, tagging a couple.
But it's not halved. It should have been halved.
When do G2 go? They might not get the chance. Jonapi gets dealt with.
A great retake.
He's got to know. They have to know that there's a flank, but are they expecting two? Jonapi has been asked to make a stand. Can he deliver? He's going to spot the first, but he can't clean him up. Can Icy do what his teammate could not? No! Another round dominantly going the way of Fnatic. What can Leaf and Trent do? They're going to invest the pit? Such a disadvantageous situation, and now they're going to invest the showstopper on the other side, and it's all on to Leaf. Still trying to play around the pit, and he can't find safe space in. Duelist utility that's intended to make noise, but he's got to find safe passage out. What a snap from Icy. Where do they go from here, though? They can try to lean back to the other side of the map if they want. Alfie are spotting Wingman with spike in hand, will fall. 13 seconds left. They've burned this candle down really low. Can they flood behind it? The spam coming through. Trent's dead, but the spike down. The attack in an advantageous position. Icy on the swing, but Leaf on the kill. Boaster and Hero left standing, and they've gotten it down to 2. Hero cannot stand any longer. He's left Boaster by himself with ult in hand in a 1v2. And then he still has to get the spike defused, trying to very carefully play every single position. Face checks the smoke. They fully cleared it, and Trent's all the way backside already. Boaster's been dropped. They're going to try to push into spawn. The problem is they don't have U-Haul control. This is danger on the other side. Jonapi still has a flash, but he's been spotted out on the swing. The Thrash, he's been tagged, he's been dropped. A 4v3 advantage the way of the attack still, but they've got to realize they don't have any control of short. Leaf knocked on the door. He tried sniffing his way in, but he couldn't. And so now the swing back towards Showers. Icy with so much to deal with. How do you drop the Turk? You cannot. The time is so short, though. Fnatic have to accelerate. They have to go, and they have to go now if they want to have a shot at this. I don't think there's enough time. They've tied the freaking game.
Oh, Leaf, he's been so deadly in holding these angles.
That's not quite going to be enough. But Leaf settles and gets 2. Perfectly teed up.
That's a free A site as well.
And so they flip the map, feeling some of the pressure, dealing some of their own, and now they've tucked tail, they've gotten away. Jonapi will be the casualty, but the site is theirs. Numbers the way of the attack. Icy hearing that. You got to realize Alfier's waiting on the other side. It's messy, but it works.
It's another save.
And you're right, the economy now. The Great Depression that Fnatic have hit. They have to save.
They just cannot break through the post plants. This is the G2 everybody knows.
And so that's where the threat is, but the Prowler's going to confirm there's no one there. They're going to fully commit out onto the crunch, though. Trent's dead.
Gets spammed.
That's a spike, well out of reach. Those little T-Rex arms aren't gonna reach that.
Those ones aren't either.
But they're gonna have to try. Tucked
Derka.
behind the cover of the smokes, they push their way forward. Icy's dead. Oh my gosh.
Down A.
Alpha Year's filthy.
That was so quick, Boaster. He's gonna clean up Leaf as well.
And punish Boaster, and they do. A considerable amount of damage dealt, but it's really lethality that's found on the other side. Leaf is dead. Of course, it's Chronicle. He started the map hot. He might be the one to close it. Icy satchels into his death. It's again disaster. What does Trent do here?
He's gonna die. He's left to his devices. Fnatic are giving ones though. But Hero will take him out. They're still here. They still want it. Here it comes, Doug.
Can they weather this? It's 1-for-1. Meanwhile, G2 seem to have stabilized, at least for a little bit, but Alpha here invests the Thrash. He's dealt with, he's done. Chronicle and Boaster left standing. G2 continue to play things down to the thinnest of margins. The most unforgiving of moments. But barring a clutch, OT may be on the cards. Boaster has his ult. How does he invest it here?
Spike planted.
The thing is Valen still has a molly, still has a stim. If he doesn't get taken out, even if that Astra ult goes up, it's not gonna be enough.
There it is, it goes up. Chronicle's going to buy a little bit of time. There's the molly that you were speaking of.
And the re-wrap as well, short A. Look at Leaf.
There's no idea for them to know if it's on right now because they're still waiting on the other side of the wall. This one coming through will connect onto Leaf. Still work to be done. Boaster has gotten it to half. There's the flash, there's the swing! And Chronicle gets all three! Heartbreak for G2! The orange and blue